What's going on, everybody? This is Living in Arizona Now, and today we're going to take a look at the lakes across Arizona. We're going to show you some of my favorite and some of the most popular lakes across the great state of Arizona. All right, first up, let's talk about Theodore Roosevelt Lake. This is really the lake that creates the Salt River project. This is the big one at the top of the Salt River. So as Salt River comes flowing through the Salt River Canyon from the White Mountains, it's caught here at the Theodore Roosevelt Lake. Now, something interesting about this lake is that many years ago, when Teddy Roosevelt was the president, he said that there would be a great civilization that would exist at the bottom of the river valley for the Salt River, and he was right. That civilization is Phoenix. Now, from Theodore Roosevelt Lake down, you have several other lakes: Apache Lake, Canyon Lake, Saguaro Lake, all the way into Tempe Town Lake. Roosevelt Lake is popular with people who do water sports, and also check out this dam and bridge. Really a cool lake, Roosevelt here. Next up, let's head down the Salt River a bit into Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake's going to have more of the ravines and the canyon cliffs. They also have a ferry boat charter that you can take out and do a dinner cruise. Canyon Lake is probably one of the more scenic lakes for people who like to do kayaking. Again, it's along the Salt River. It's just north of Saguaro Lake, so it's pretty close to Phoenix actually compared to Roosevelt Lake. Again, another popular lake with people who like to do water sports, jet skiing, water skiing, kayaking up into the canyon coves that you see here. Also, they have a really nice marina and, of course, plenty of camping areas around here that you can check out. And next up, we'll head south down to Patagonia Lake. So this is in the Sonoyta Creek State Natural Area, kind of close to Rio Rico and Patagonia, near Mount Wrightson, near Madera Canyon. So you can see this beautiful lake out here in this very lush desert in southern Arizona. I really like it out here. This is actually Arizona's wine country, but when you're out on this lake, there's many areas you can go paddle around, check out the coves, and see just what Patagonia has to offer. All right, now we'll head up north to the White Mountains. This is high elevation lakes. This area is Pinetop Lakeside, believe it or not. Anyway, this whole area of Pinetop Lakeside consists of several different lakes, but here you have Rainbow Lake, nice area where people like to build homes and kind of have these scenic lake views that they get right there on these lakes in the Pinetop Lakeside area. Several communities, not so much camping, but people like to go out on these lakes with kayaks or some sort of paddle boards, just go out there, fish also. So really nice. All right, now we'll head down south a bit from the White Mountains to the Mogollon Rim and take a look at Woods Canyon Lake. So this one here is one of many lakes. I mean, the Mogollon Rim has so many different lakes, you could probably list them all as the Mogollon Rim. But right here, Woods Canyon Lake, really easy to get to. It's in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest. They've got a area where you can park your car, go out, check out the kayaks, and go up into the coves. Also, they have campgrounds out here, so this one's going to have a little bit more campgrounds and fishing availability than you would get up in Pinetop Lakeside. Now, if you do want to go back up to the White Mountains and see some lakes that are not so overcrowded or going to have so many homes on them, you can get places like this here, Sunrise Lake, actually near Sunrise Ski Resort. Now, it's kind of hard to get out there, but you can see just how beautiful this scenery is here. It's really peaceful and serene. I like it. I think it's a beautiful place to hang out if you can get out there. Again, a lot of the places in the White Mountains are on the reservation, so do be aware of that. So you may not be able to go to all the lakes up there. All right, next up, let's head out to Lake Havasu. This here is our first lake along the mighty Colorado River. There is a dam right here, but the Lake Havasu city area is really popular with motorsports, motor boats actually, jet boats. They do racing here. People like to go out and explore the coves and the beaches along the Colorado River Valley area here. The beach and the actual town is probably considered Arizona's beach. If you were to call anything that, it would be Lake Havasu, and this is where you would find those beaches along the lake. And you can see here there is a ton of water traffic. Just look at all those boats lining up right along here under the London Bridge. All right, now we're going to go way back into the boondocks, if you want to call it, for those of you who like to actually do boondocking. Bear Canyon Lake, this area here is quite isolated up along the actual Mogollon Rim. Getting back here, it is a dirt road, but you're going to have, that peaceful, serene, forest is listening to everything you say kind of environment. Next up, we'll head out over towards Prescott, and we'll actually show you guys around Goldwater Lake. This is a smaller lake, but it's really popular for people who like to swim and kayak. This is a cool lake. There's several lakes actually around the Prescott area for you guys to check out, but this is definitely one of my favorites just because of the proximity of the way it looks, and I think you guys might like this one. And now we'll head actually closer to Phoenix to one of the local Phoenix lakes, Bartlett Lake. This one is actually just below Horseshoe Lake, so there's two popular lakes in the same area. They're along the Verde River. You have Horseshoe Lake and then Bartlett Lake. Bartlett Lake's probably more popular because of the marina. They have a restaurant there, and it's just closer to Phoenix than Horseshoe is. All right, now we'll go back up onto the Mogollon Rim and show you guys Willow Springs Lake. So as you can see, the actual area up around the Mogollon Rim gets lots of cool lake areas for people to do recreational stuff. but this one's along the Payson-Heber Highway, so it's actually pretty easy to get to. That's Highway 260. And there are several campgrounds nearby, but I don't know of any campgrounds within close proximity. There's also some hiking trailheads that people like to go to. All right, now we'll show you guys around Watson Lake. This is probably one of the most Instagrammable lakes in all of Arizona. Obviously that's subjective depending on what kind of person you are, but this place right here does get probably the most Instagram photos taken of it. Also really popular with people who like to kayak. It's up there in Prescott, by the way, so another one of those Prescott lakes. For those of you who like Prescott, you're gonna really like all the lakes. Alright guys, now let's head back down to the Phoenix area. If you're on the west side of Phoenix, this is going to be your lake. This is Lake Pleasant, really a beautiful lake. A lot of pictures are taken from this lake also. It's considered Peoria, but it's actually way north. People like to go up into the hills, hike around, and then take pictures when the flowers are blooming, but mostly people come here for the actual water sports. Again, this is a really popular lake with people who like to water ski, jet ski, get out on a boat. This is the spot to go, especially if you're from Phoenix. All right, let's head back over to Prescott to Granite Basin Lake. I would definitely call this the Emerald Lake, but it's actually the smallest lake on this list. Really beautiful, but very small. I mean, it's almost the size of a, I don't know, a swamp or some sort of lagoon. Not really a big lake like you would get anywhere else on this list, so do keep that in mind, but it's popular with people who like to swim and kayak. All right, guys, that's going to conclude this episode of Living in Arizona Now from the best lakes around Arizona. Hope you guys enjoyed this list, and we'll see you on the next one.